This could be a 3-0. We could be going home right now.
Absolutely.
And
Dude,
G2 could be in the
honestly, I'm kind of in for them getting no pistols and winning a best of 5.
They got to toss it to the side.
I'm actually on board of it now.
I've
converted. Give G2 all the pistols. Let's see it.
To win, or do they take
We've never
that
seen
as
that.
today isn't our day? You know, there's multiple ways of interpreting the same situation.
Can't let the despair win though. Up, contacting. Nade will rebound back towards the pillar. Tex has to respect this one, but King maybe not so much. Might have different
Sure, let's see what the retake's like, and we'll see the timing on Trent.
Holds it for his team. Eventually, this will fade away, and he does
Go for the good plant over towards Mound. Oh, it might be a little bit too close to the corner. Might actually be hard to spam if it gets to that point.
It's been a major advantage for them. At least get themselves into the plan. Snakebite is good. Paranoia sweeps its way through and does get onto 3 of the players. Valid, that was through the smoke. Seeking to fight this one.
This is cool, man.
Fight's going over towards Waterfall. Mazzino just holding it down, but
damn, this is cool.
Dude,
G2 are the kings. The absolute kings of pistols.
Yeah. Common Tex have got it all to do here.
Really?
Picking up Icy and
He's got no time for this.
But it is running short. Running their way through. Yeah, I mean, when it gets ticking like this, give it up.
It's almost impossible, isn't it?
So the pistol round
This
here
little play was cool. So Trent's watching this, right? So Trent has everywhere behind. They didn't open the doors, so all of this is fine. And then over towards Waterfall, they smoke, and then when they feel like they're trying to exec in, right, they use some util from heaven. They just drop a molly, and they just go close and just fight, higher, lower.
And G2, that
is
is
really
7 out of 7 pistol rounds so far in the series.
Unheard of.
And they're down 2-1. I mean, how are we here?
Literally that.
But this is fantastic beginnings for them on Lotus. This is the kind of setup you would like to see.
The pistol rounds are clean. Oh, bro, they're really good pistol rounds.
Very flexible buy. But normally you're getting rifles up here and bulldogs. This is 2 bulldogs and a stinger.
A stinger. It's
not quite as good as usual.
Not too much punch. But again, open access to this C bomb site. So get a plan down. Open for mound control as well. But not necessarily having the guns if they want to just try and take a spam fight.
Yeah, gotta be honest, I don't understand what that smoke is from Mazzino, but we'll see if he runs it in a couple of future rounds, and maybe we'll see. The G2 here should be looking to try to build up some of these ults.
Good amount of pressure though.
They shouldn't be too worried.
Fallon and Jonah P. They're allowed 2 deaths. There might be some deaths.
Had only brought pistols into the round.
The door gets open wide as well. Second wave of that. Flying forwards with the util.
Oh, no deaths.
Okay. These kills not loaded into
no deaths on this one.
Clean.
That was nice though. They played off each other well.
Massive ult to be able to use on the bonus round, but
oh, they were. Yeah, I can't.
Doing that deliberately. They've still got the 3 weapons that they brought into the round. Not that the Stinger's that great. I mean, really, the point of buys like that is to try to keep
a great bonus. It's a great buy right here.
You know, a Vandal, something like that in, but didn't have the cash for it. Does G2 have a non-ult-based bonus round here? I feel like I've seen somewhere.
How did I curse twice in a row? Dude, I got impatient.
You know,
it's my own fault.
Getting Stinger online, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I get value out of it.
Those 2 players that only took a rifle, took a pistol. In the
decent bonus. What does Lev got for their fast buy? Turret to get info. Okay. So they want to fight. Fight C.
And this is where Lev need to stop the momentum from happening. You do not want to allow these G2 players to win this round, get themselves out to a big lead, and start getting ults online. So they're going to fight over mound control whilst also contacting up towards rubble. This is unusual.
Oh, spotting a jump spot, I believe, from King. Yeah, and the wall's thin enough that eventually the bullets through the wall do the job.
Damn, bro's got a weird
crosshair.
Retreat. Good opening kill. And now this is going to make them think that maybe that mound pressure was fake. And they can go and contact re-clear that, perhaps?
A non-gifter. Thank you so much for that. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate the gifted.
And Mazzino is still there. Just jiggling for information, not going to look to try to take the fight.
Where did G2 want
Appreciate the support, dude. Thank you for doing that.
That's the question. Trent. With the spike going to be making his way back over towards A. Jonah P is very much isolated and alone. Might be looking for some opening.
Good news is they got someone over towards B, so it looks like they want to fake A pivot into B because A is on lockdown right now. Okay, this is actually really on, bro.
That's a great
as soon as they see this alarm ball, they're sending it. Okay,
Door
smoke
might
goes
be
in.
Broken through, indeed it is. Straight into the B hit.
Xeno,
Avoiding
Omen,
most of that killjoy
Flash.
util too, with about 20 seconds
He
to
got
spare,
nades.
getting the plan
A
down.
hard retake.
Mazzino still has paranoia.
The
here.
thing that's
He could
mental is
open up this
Valen
revolving
still
door
has his
between B and
flash.
C, paranoia through, put a lot of pressure onto Jonah.
Jonah.
He's just cycling that.
Right door opens.
No flash used.
Nobody can clearing this? Eventually
that was a
there.
hard
Okay,
clear.
Mazzino. It's good awareness. The C's though. Does land. TP to
Tex is
disjointed,
playing
at
this
least
so
disconnected.
late.
Tex. Go
Good.
walkabouts.
Valen
Put
stays
at least a few of these
alive.
players
Oh
down, and
boy,
they're just
got a
holding
smoke.
the ground down into the post. Doubled up now, calling a fight together. G2. There's no hesitancy with the way that they're playing that one. King. Tap. Forced to break it. They know he's not sticking it.
Impressive, man. Impressive
What a
round from
beginning for
G2. This was
again.
nice.
Icy coming out with a crucial double and a great call to take the fight to LEV.
So who's this guy?
I think
Who
mostly
got
what
this
we've
duel?
seen is G2 hanging back in post plants and waiting for the fight to come to them, playing a lot of post plant utility if you cast your mind all
Here we
the
can
way
see.
back
Who's
to
this?
bind.
This is unreal,
But
man.
here, Jonah on the
Jonah?
aggro lurk, and then Icy swinging aggressive. Gets the double line up there. As one of Mazzino or Aspas probably should have gone for a little bit of a wider swing. And this now, truly, disaster beginning to the map for LEV. Of course, they've got the buffer of being a map up here in the series. And now, G2 with eco advantage, and here the ult starts spiraling too, because Icy's only one away from showstopper.
Really should start running away from it. Or running away with it, at least the map pick.
LEV are going to look
Lotus.
to play proactively on the opposite side of the map, anticipating Icy to be playing for ult
Nice.
or perhaps
Fade
G2
eye
just
that
to be
goes
playing
here
for
that clears
Rubble.
the back.
These players get cleared, right? Nade,
And do a
rebound,
bit of C punish.
cycle as well. Yeah. Pretty standard clear here.
Gonna have a lot of ults. Icy,
very solid.
Valen. Who's gonna have plant on this?
King's going to try to work his way forwards to this smoke and see if he can put some pressure on G2, but these are normally the rounds, or the times in the round rather, where G2 called the pause, and King notices that, finds a peek and grabs Icy.
Okay, gets out as well.
Whoa, whoa,
Timing's
whoa,
being
whoa.
caught and captured. The players are dropping in. It's a 2 versus 2 with a spike in the middle of nowhere. King, 13 health, has to back away, thinking.
Mazzino
Position
was
at least
so
gonna be pressured.
fast with this
Push
rotate.
back,
King
gonna be
needs to
still
just
watchful, one eye
relax.
on it. And time and taken through the smoke. could
I'd even be
everything,
fine with him
but it
making
looks like
sounds,
just
maybe.
King
They're not
really
gonna expect
interested in
Mazzino
it.
here.
Sheriff in hand.
I mean, honestly, he did
That was a
expect
bit
him
of
here.
leakage from Valen. It
But
is
it's a great
everything.
shot.
It hands over the rifle and puts all the pressure now onto Jonah P. Yes, the plant is down.
It actually didn't hand over the rifle. Mazzino didn't go for it.
Assuming maybe that it was already doubled up. Jonah P. Snappy. Not expecting it, but Mazzino just reveals himself.
Jonah P
And hands it for
impacts.
Jonah P.
Round before with the
1v2 in
kill.
that
That's
spot.
important. Round here, 1v2.
Great play towards the end there from Jonah. Saves his team and allows that snowball to continue. That could have been LEV's chance.
I didn't
to
take
get
the
back
rifle. I
into
thought
this
the other
one
guy was
real early
close.
on.
I'm pretty sure.
Mazzino's kill onto Valen, I feel like really should have been the turning point in this round.
Yeah, but no gun gained.
And they just didn't know where Jonah was. You're dead right with your analysis of that situation. A bit of disappointment on the face of Goket, but this is going to be a rubble fight, trying to take space away from G2.
This one could flip easily. More has to be broken here. Valen TPing back. Trying to play this
He's
one with the
gonna
rest of
get
his
out of
team.
there.
Mazzino up onto the high ground. A pivot
Still
is
feels
fought
like
by
a
G2.
giant win for G2.
So
Like they
fast
got
on the tree. Look at this, all five of them
Omen
grouped up
Flash,
together. They want nothing to do
Molly,
with the A-Rubble fight. Even though they've got
Fades.
ults,
Look,
good enough
look
at
at
least to clear
everything they
this.
actually
And I mean,
got
you see
out of
Tex
them.
instantly take
All
his
of that
way
util.
out of C. He knows that there's about to be a showstopper in his face, but
There
there's
it is.
nothing he can really do about it.
I see.
The only goal here for Tex defending is live.
There's no way he gets anything there. I mean,
Got.
no damage done.
But
no
it's
kill here
still a
either.
decent round at the
Full
moment. They
attempt
get a
potentially
good
caught by
plan.
Lev. Lockdown has
They
to
got
be used.
Killjoy
Now the
ult
utils flying
and
forward,
they're going.
screening
Dude, they can't. They
into the
got it.
site.
Respect it.
Still might look to try and fight. Icy tucks himself inside the orb.
Dude, G2 are
Posture
playing
in
great.
position here for Lev, knowing that Mazzino, or at least somebody was going to be seeking to reposition and maybe survive those final moments. But 2 players detained. It's slowed down even further by Lev on the retake.
2
Nano swarms.
That's a brutal mistake from Leviathan. And they're just going to have
They
to
have to
save off the
save.
back
They
of
have
that.
to save.
If those 2 players had avoided being detained there, they actually could have committed to it.
It's a really good round. Man, they have so much money.
The showstopper does snowball things.
What do you lot
I'm
want?
kind of confused how they managed to get 2
Pros
detained.
use
That's
push the talk.
just a
I
lockdown
mean,
that
last
wasn't-
time I checked, they have
you
a
know, it's
foot
not like
pedal,
it'll
but
be
I don't know what it's
pressured
like
super heavily or
anymore.
anything. A weird one, But at least this does mean, in some weird
Was
way,
it a
that
foot pedal
the
to
silver
mute?
lining of going down
I remember, dude.
0-5,
I can't remember
Lev
last
is
time
still
I
gonna
asked
have a
about
bye
this.
here. If they had committed super heavily to that, then maybe that wouldn't be the case. Don't think that's an optimal position to be saving, though.
No, it's really not. I mean, we've seen some teams just go back into the saving simulator that is Lotus. They fail it.
Yeah.
Losing an opening player, you save 3
And
rounds,
this
4
poor
rounds,
coach.
whatever it is, and then
Poor coach
the
every
cycle
single
repeats
time.
itself when you're against the
He's
attack
like,
side of teams.
well-
Lev having to call this tack timeout for good reasons because
Well-
the map's getting away from them.
We lost pistol
not
again,
just
and
that,
we're
fairly
pretty far
disastrous
behind.
mistake in the prior. Again, I really don't understand how they ended up getting detained in that situation. But there's a
Thing
couple
is,
of players
the foot pedal's
who are
just a
one all the
mute
way from
and
getting
it's
their first
voice
ults on the defense
activation.
side.
Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
Aspas and Com. If they get Showstopper Nightfall, then maybe they can try to play some kind of flood retake setup, but there wasn't really that much they could do in the previous round.
No.
Tex knew that the Showstopper was coming towards him, but there was no way of being able to disrupt it properly. Perhaps if they'd made the mid-round call to push out B and put some pressure mound in the retake, yeah, here it is. All right, so there's, I mean, that they're just trying to get
GT
a
look
spam
better
kill on somebody.
overall. I mean, their entire
respect
map
it
has
enough.
got a lot
It's
better
just a timing
since
failure, really.
kickoff. It's still a bit of a worrying
Directed.
sign that
It really did.
they do one
Like you're saying,
down
I mean, Lev should have their
with
chances,
7
well away from
pistols,
a few of
but I
these
think
ultimates,
that
but it
more speaks
needs to begin
volumes for
with
just how good Lev
people
is right
fighting
now.
for some of this extremity control again. Out
Yeah.
towards A, you'll see Mound.
And not just that, it's not just that they have a chance. They have to convert here, Lev. Because otherwise their economy is going to be in shambles, and they're probably going to invest their ults in this round. And if those go, this is their chance to turn it. The ult economy is going to be out of control after this. Same reclear perhaps. Mazzino doesn't invest that paranoia this time. But Valen was thinking about it, so he TP'd back.
Yeah.
And now they contact forwards, thinking, all right, well, they're not going to go for their rubble reclear strategy, so we'll take the space, thank you.
The door's opened wide. Puts a bit of fear into G2. Gonna have to hold this one with a few rifles. Snakebite. Clear the close corner. Nobody playing there. Con with a jiggle as well. Orb in his face. They hear it. He's
There's
first
so
King.
many
This
people
is
here.
risky
Yeah,
paranoia.
lovely Oma flash with this.
Swings through, and
And
now
what's the
fight is
reaction?
called here, at
Killjoy
least by
Jules
them.
over
They wanna try and
towards
collapse
C.
onto these players. That was the signal they were looking for. Tex gets acknowledgement at least that his position is being pushed here by Leaf, but the rest of his team, G2, still sticking around towards
He's
A, but
going
not much
for it.
longer. Backing away
Leaf's
now.
creating a
How
good
do
amount of
Lev get this
pressure.
information? It's just Com face checking. Doesn't use any utility, and Com's just potentially won the round for them there with that little peek up. He knows that Rubble's clear. All of that smoke pressure was fake, and Lev instant rotating over towards C, helping Tex out. And there's no big ults here to
30
rip
seconds
C
left.
away. They should be able to hold.
Heavy stack, Aspas is already there, laying in wait. Alfred the back, and now
Whoa.
Swarm shouldn't be winning that fight out, but eventually it's going to be tearing into pieces, just trying to get themselves a foothold in and through. Trent wins that fight. Aspas still one away from this. Oh, but time running short as well. All he needs is the one. Can't quite get it. It's
10
instead
seconds
King the IGL. Pushing them back and away with the satchels. Damage. Bullets flying forwards along with the util. Very little chance.
Yeah, that was a lovely round though. And they're just about to get a lot of ults online, so
Perfect mid-round information, calling for the whole of the Leviathan to get that heavy stack over towards C, knowing it was going to pivot there.
And taking the risk, right? It is a risk to jump your head up like that.
Afri, what the hell?
Like a prairie dog that just pops out of his hole to see what's happening.
remaining.
I throw a Killjoy on this map, Eva's fine.
Yeah, rewarded massively, and this is the
Old
best
Lotus,
case scenario
Killjoy,
for the
like,
Leviathan here.
dominated.
They were 5-0 down, they take
Now
the tap
Cypher
time
can
out,
actually
and
do
they
some
win the
pretty good
round
stuff.
without even using ults. So now Aspas still has his. Com is still going to be getting up to a nightfall. The ults are just so important on Lotus.
Deciding factor that we talk about all the time when we're watching these teams play.
And G2, they're very reluctant to scale after taking rubble control because they're worried about that reclear. But this time, it's Aspas opening the door, around mound, then clearing turret. Being very
Yeah.
active early on.
I was going
here,
to say they've been
while G2
way more
are
proactive,
hesitant themselves,
holding over towards
because they're
C
worried
as
about
well.
what Mazzino could do.
Cleared all of B.
Paranoia, I think, being set up here in the hands of Mazzino.
They don't
Potential
just
for the
walk
fight.
through this.
Almost someone takes contact. What? And how the hell does he get his head ripped off there? Mazzino doesn't let it loose, not with the paranoia, not with the flash to try and repeat.
Bro, imagine dying like that. What even is that shot?
But maybe now is the time to strike. Sends it flying forwards. Near-sighted. Doesn't matter for Jonah P.
He had
If he's gonna take the
so
fight like
much
that.
trust in Mazzino's flash, it's not even
It
true.
feels like Aspas and Tex are still around this front B main area though, so G2 might not want to commit to B this easily. They don't actually have info in that many places around the map. But from what we can see, they're in a great position to just win.
Horn has to be broken.
30 seconds left.
Leaf is going to be aware of this one. Tucking himself tight to the corner. G2, where are you ending? I mean, time becoming a bit of a problem here when Aspas is in position still with this Leaf, though. Tucks it away! No way! Aspas! He's in a 1v2. Satchel to evacuate and around, but Aspas has got the read immediately. Double Satchel plays. Rocket flying forwards just to clear the corner, expecting that Heaven was already howled and found on it already. Just trying to take the timing as the plan was going down. G2.
And, I mean, G2 will take this. Another ult out of them as well. Reset. One person's wrecked. They probably force it.
Game-winning play there as he pulled his showstopper out. That kill by Trent is ridiculous.
The kills here are just so funny.
It's very bold what they're doing with King and Mazzino over towards A. Do you remember they played to deny the ult orb in the prior round as well?
Yeah, just
going
trying
off the
to
back
fight.
of Paranoia. The Paranoia is not good enough there to guarantee that King takes good fights. So they're very much taking risks. And those risks not rewarded just yet.
Okay, so they do accept an eco.
And they haven't found the value out of the ults that they've been looking to
Chance for
build
G2 to get their money good. Again, it's already
only Aspas
outrageous.
that's even been able to use a single ult.
Oh
Okay,
boy.
halfway round, but Com
I
commits
would
to
say the
nightfall
only,
anyway.
the only like real
Let's try and get the
criticism
information. There's no tags, no
is
trails.
they do use a lot of
So
ults
they're
pretty
committed, but they
chill.
don't have weapons. It feels odd.
It's been a common thing for them, just the
Overextending
whole
your hands,
split.
Using the resources, not thinking long term with this map so far.
Like super chill with the ult
Even if the
usage.
Nightfall.
Whoa, okay, see?
Wait a second.
I mean, it goes back and forth, at least with the guns in their hands. But still, the pit hasn't been dislodged. Still, Mazzino taking the fight! And that is explosive.
Hold up.
Erupting into the back of the site, making sure that he can pave the way to at least a chance of success.
It's a good plant, but they have vision. Oh, Mazzino maybe just used his last smoke to block that.
Noted. Snakebite rebounds round Mazzino.
Okay, and there's no smoke to block this because he just used it back of sight.
Doesn't expect the position of
This
Alan,
King
though.
just insta ult.
Takes him out there,
Vision
both to the
block.
side.
No
Maybe see both of
waff.
these players just drop
But
to
he
the
is.
side.
He's
King
going for it.
using his ult, but he's out wide in the open. Way ahead of it before it even blooms and blossoms, and Valen has been handed the perfect chance and opportunity. But Aspas
Oh, he's got it.
He's
got it.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Taken away, I believe the circle stringing beforehand. So Aspas
Nice, man.
on
Well,
fire to salvage the
I thought they
operation.
messed
All
it
that
up.
heavy lifting that Mazzino was doing. Not gone to
I
waste.
thought they messed it up, but
Very unfortunate one there from Valen. If he peaked just a second later, was there a tap even from Aspas? There must have been to bait out the swing, but not one that I paid attention to. I thought Valen had that one absolutely wrapped. Perfect shot though towards the end. It couldn't have been better timed. Hero plays though, again, the individualism on display from Leviathan to carry them across. Mazzino and Aspas, they were both incredible last time these two teams faced on Lotus, and they've had to do it again.
Surely it doesn't take another record-breaking performance. Leaf going to be absorbing this push.
he hits so many. He could just tell his team to send it.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
to
is.
try to get them to walk into Aspas.
Hasn't left. Off
That
angle
was
position.
nice, though.
That's
That was
lovely.
cool.
Forward and favored into the
Yeah,
fight.
and instead of telling his team to send it,
Rifle's
he
gonna be
has
committed
two
here.
running away, and he's like, well,
Q's gonna be cut away.
one's holding this
Trails.
anymore.
Tex gonna be concerned with this. So
the bait was lovely.
Onto him from the side. So cut away.
fast flood into
Boosting
sight.
Util,
Dude,
Paranoia sweeping
there
through,
is
and
so
a
much
Valen
util. Look at it.
almost
5
making
kills in a
magic out of the
second.
moment. Professor in action, but eventually gone. 2v2 now. Nade rebounds. Got to be aware of this one. It could be that peak timings, and it all comes down to the fight.
Last
1
player
versus
standing
1.
down.
King cannot deliver.
It's the
He's been
reset.
so good for them. So
Oh,
far on
insta
Lotus,
reset. They've all got
pulling
no
out
money.
Really important rounds. He's not lighting the scoreboard up, but he's delivering for them in crucial moments like that. A double kill prior. Conversion on the 1v1 there.
Enemy player standing.
A little labored from both of them towards the end. The G2 get it across the line, pull themselves up to 7-2. Another one where LEV, their economy's knocked down.
Aspas gets hero
Money
gun.
is awful. Again, reliant on Aspas, but maybe they can turn it with this one. A rubble fight that might go their way in the direction. An opening kill onto Trent.
Yeah, I think that was just a spam through the smoke.
Not as good of a beginning as you could hope for.
try fight for the
And LEV have been
gun.
trying to condition G2 to get scared over rubble. It hasn't worked that well.
Is
The info's there.
you would imagine they just stay here the whole
Closer to
time.
Shorty, Aspas further back.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
take
is
the
scary.
rifle. Boomboard's got to be broken. Here it is. They're trying to bait him and switch him up. No one taking it though.
Worried about Leaf
Look at
going for
this.
that lurk over towards B, and now Aspas, he leaves.
Heavy posture. They're forcing these fights out wide into the open now. King.
Good
is really
thing,
isolated into his position. If he can even take one of them away,
think for
maybe he has
Mazzino's
a
he's gonna
chance,
pick
but
up a
with
gun
him
here.
falling, surely the chances scatter to the winds. You two going to be able to get this plant down. Not the most ideal at post-plant scenario. Still, keep the rifles out. Door opened up. Hello!
Ooh.
Seen something like that before, Mazzino. This guy just
Smoke
seems
to
to just
block
be
him off.
creating blessings out of thin air.
I to clear it. Sure, he takes some space. Now he gets a gun.
Grip and reality of the round itself. It's not going your way.
Oh my
Valid
God.
pressing forwards
Wait.
and around. Can win the fight out. Can hit the shot. And Com, he sees to the feint. It's the only thing he can do.
Solid, bro. I mean, it all came down that first kill. Mazzino gets the dropped gun.
You couldn't find a
Lovely,
game
man.
that exemplifies
Yeah, it is a lot of hero plays,
the
not
hero
wrong.
play versus tight team play more.
But also,
Lev are just trying to
they
make
did lock
whatever
him
they
in.
can
Like, they
work
are
in
taking
these
a lot of
incredibly
space.
difficult spots.
Dude, how does he keep doing this with the
And
first
like
two
you alluded to,
bullets?
Brad, that is so similar to Mazzino's round on Icebox.
Yeah.
Where he's got absolutely no right winning a situation like that and just first bullet, second bullet, finding targets. And not only that, as soon as the haunt went into tree, Con was able actually to get into a spot where even his shorty was useful, hiding inside a smoke. It's just ludicrous what Leviathan are able to do, and yet they're still only at 3. Remember though that this does trend attack-sided and pretty heavily attack-sided as well.
It's looking like they might have done enough.
3? I don't know whether I agree with that, especially
This
considering
3.
well, they haven't won a pistol.
Bren thinks
but
they've done enough
consider
with
this,
3.
The economy getting broken now for G2, forcing them into the timeout. They've got big ults, don't get me wrong, but...
Right, but if Lev get up to 4, are you then...
Yes, if Lev get up to 4...
If Lev get up to 4 and then win the pistol, I'm feeling good, but that would defy everything we've learned here
It really
today.
would. I mean, they...
How many times does
Yeah, no
Lev
pistol
need
round wins.
to try a pistol round in order to win one?
It's been such a bizarre series overall.
It certainly has. And I think as you're looking forward to how these two teams are facing at Shanghai, there really is a lot that Lev could improve in terms of their teamwork and the chemistry, but the raw stuff and some of the ideas are working really well. For G2, it's like they're working at full capacity here, like all of the ideas and the team play is good, but they're still getting stuff stolen away from them.
Yeah, push to the limits, and the hero plays are just giving Lev a slight foothold. Double high-low. Zeno looking to peer past and around that smoke. G2 haven't been putting much emphasis over towards C at the beginning of these rounds.
good
Maybe
amount of
been,
ults. They could
further
definitely
that
try and
weapon
get
control, but
one orb
Brent,
on
this is a
Leaf.
force-up in this round. This is not some kind of eco.
Yeah.
It's double stingers, but they don't care that Icy's only got a stinger. He's got the showstopper to open things up.
Yeah, B
This might be
default, and
headed
then
towards
do
B, but
they
could
wait for
open
the
door
wall and then go
first
for a
to try to clear out
BC?
Mazzino's position.
Yes, this is where they try and use their wall against them. Wait, they attack smoke this just in case they have C control and they want to go fast. It's like what people are doing with the Viper
It's gonna be
smoke.
dealt with here, so IC's gonna be cut away from all signs of life though. With a rocket.
Huge, man.
A gamble that pays off. And the price
Killjoy
is
ult.
blood.
And they take down
Okay,
Mazzino, who's
then
been a
nade to
menace
break
for them
that.
recently.
Looks
And
good.
That lockdown
That's
should not
perfect.
survive.
Yeah, and
that is a
Aspas,
very
does he want to use
aggressive
his
lockdown.
ult?
Lev misplacing some of these
They got no
critical
map
ults that he was gonna
control.
try and
Like,
use
Lev can't
to
win this.
retake. Aspas still has the rocket available, one of his own.
He has
Hey,
to
why are
go
these two
for it here,
playing
and
close?
they know. That's why they're inside the smoke, ready to fight.
Trying to fight him forwards. He has his satchel.
Oh, no.
Aspas
They got
turned
one.
down and dropped. And now
I'm
maybe,
nervous there's two of them.
maybe it's a path to victory. To seize and an Anastorm. All going to be overlaid and overlapped here.
They're
Not taking their time with this
lovely
one.
molly.
Attack
This
key,
guy's
ticking
got to
away.
stick
little
it.
time.
Yeah, very little time. Com has to stick this one, has to defend it. Has to defend it!
Respect, man. Fair play. I just didn't like the double up in the smoke. That's my only criticism.
The attempt to try to fight that one back.
It's the snake bite, I guess, stopping them.
Because they're trying to go close against a Razor.
Pushing forwards.
You know it's a you know it's a Razor, so it's gonna kill two of you unless you insta melt him.
This showstopper does work, of course, but Aspas is against two players who are trying to counter him, who are running forwards with double stinger. trying to put bullets into him before he can press the button to detonate that rocket. Still managed to get 2.
Last round of the first half of Lotus. And LEV are on the verge, really, of making this more than a good
they're
round.
sending
TP's
it.
forwards as well.
And LEV have been waiting for
Control
this
of one.
round
Mazino dropped up in their
with the
faces.
TP over
Aspas.
towards here. And
be able to
does
get out of
King
there.
manage to
Now,
sneak
with
to the
Aspas
back of
gone,
site?
No counter for the lockdown. Com's going to try it, though.
Doesn't
Try and go
matter.
for this one.
He's gonna try tank
Box,
it.
Really, that stands between him and a few of these bullets. King
Big
taking
fantastic,
a peek.
bro.
Nobody watching for that angle. Should get detained, surely. You think and imagine.
Get out. Uh-oh.
He's not out. In fact,
Uh-oh.
it's going to be TP'd so
Uh-oh, what a
fire.
sick ult
No
from
defense in
Valen.
sight there for King.
Just realizing that he was too close and he's gonna have to
There should be
get
G2
hit by
getting
it.
up to
That
8.
was pretty cool.
Lighter weaponry, but all the options to play post-plant setups. Not a great plant.
Not a great plan and not great health either. So there are still chances for LEV. But when they win that one out, suddenly those chances fall into the
4?
wayside.
I mean, Bren
Here,
said all
Corner's
they
left
need
into
is
a
4.
Real impossible task. It's a 1v3
And a pistol, I think he said.
Wonderful control again and gathered. So an 8-4 finish for G2.
I think you could consider that the most standard attack side,
Switching
number
sides.
that we tend to get to is about 8. But I don't know what to think about this, and I'd love to hear your opinion too, but is 4 enough when they haven't been winning pistol? I just don't know.
Yeah, that's a real difficult ask. If you think about it, assuming the trends continue, 10-4 to the finish.
Maybe that's the problem, assuming that the trend would continue. Isn't it already an outlier that they've won 7 out of 7?
Yeah, we'll see how LEV end up tackling that one onto the pistol themselves. But G2 are really on the verge here of continuing this one further forwards. And earlier we heard from G2.
might be enough. I mean, honestly, if they do win a pistol.
IGL's advice was a game changer heading into playoffs.
Like leading up to playoffs, I had a big talk with Fallon, actually, and I think he kind of gave me some like words of motivation, and he also like changed like my outlook, like going to the games and how I want to prepare for the games. And I think I was able to just be more clear-minded and also just focus on what I need to focus on rather than just like focusing on too much.
Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong, there is a big difference between the level of rookie that Icy is and the level of rookie that G2 are. There's a massive difference between those. Even though this G2 team is our Ascension team in Americas, they've got a lot of experience. They've been to international events before this core, especially Valorant. And they've
Dude, let the
been
guy
through
blink,
whole
man.
Tier
It's
2,
fine.
One Ascension, the highs and lows that they've experienced. They've got
Just
that
out here
experience to be
existing,
able
bro.
to give to a guy like Icy. And Valorant's
Let him
got a
be.
good head on his shoulders for a fairly young guy as well. I don't think they're going to get knocked by stuff like buying an icebox, getting ripped away from them. They kept their composure very well here.
Des, what does that mean,
So
bro?
much rests on this pistol. Lamp
What does that mean?
You thought that, maybe it plays a factor for G2 when you lose, the maps in the fashion that they did, right? Icebox was essentially stolen away by LEV. Brought into OT just through, luck of the draw, I suppose, but they've set their sights well over towards this Lotus map, knowing that it has to be a win for them to have any chance bringing this one to
You
the
have
fifth and final
a
map, now
command
best of
in
five.
chat, exclamation mark
Lev,
blink
if they
to
do win the
remind
pistol, they've
him
got
to
a great
blink.
chance of
That's
running this
not a
all the way
thing,
back.
dude.
The attack side is going to empower Aspas to go for the entries, and we've seen him be unbelievably good. Hasn't necessarily had that carry power so far on Lotus from what we've seen. It's been more to do with Mazino finding those big moments.
Just gonna leave this up here.
Let's see how this clash opens up here for the pistol round. Already highlighted it. So damn important. But is it going to be following the trend?
Pretty
This
close.
creeping all the way up on the jiggle peak.
And a punish inside, a punish inside!
Oh no, man. It's okay. It's okay. You won Icebox. Hey, you won Icebox. You're
I
okay.
mean, Tex is going to be jeered at by the other
It's a
side
It's a
there.
pistol round. They weren't gonna
But
win
he
it
had a
anyway,
great
chat. Don't
idea.
worry.
They just can't win on these pistol rounds, man. Lev have got an uphill battle now again. They haven't won one of them in the series so far, and now they have to convert a 4v5.
A lot of respect, though, showcased by G2, this positioning here. Just anticipating they're going to contact all the way up. Paranoia. Good connection, at least, onto the two players. Enough to stop them and enough for the refight to be called, but they might just be getting bitten.
Jesus, what is
through
this
into the
pistol
side
rounds?
tackle. Actually has to evacuate and back his position. Being noted and found out, picked apart and pulled apart. Out towards the back of that side, LEV. in the midst of all of this one, have found themselves an advantage. King with the plant now as well, into the back of the side. A right click from Leaf, reload. Plenty of time, but eventually with the punish. Jonah P dropping
Oh my
down.
god, they got one.
You know
Well,
exactly where he is. Finally, curse
It's-
broken.
it's 7-1 in terms of
There
pistols.
could not have been a better time for it. If LEV want to look to close this series out right here and avoid us going to Ascent, the comeback had to start.
Dude, and
with that
Tex must
pistol
be
round.
Tex must be saying thank you for that.
And converting a
Hey,
45 on
hey,
top of it too.
replay guy.
This looks like specific prep to me.
Jesus, why is he doing that?
Ah, damn, what is this?
Why is he doing that?
Pistol, you don't have to do him like that. But yeah, that does look like specific anti to me.
Oh my
You can see
goodness.
Joken saying it.
Look at celebrating like it's what a map win.
And finally, the importance of that can't be underestimated.
Oh, that was savage.
Don't lose the follow-up. Prowler lures them. They know the Leaf's there.
Oi.
Oh, seized and tethered and caught
Oh,
to the corner.
nice.
It's easy pickoffs on the other side as well as that. Tex, it's not having a good game so far, at least on this half. Surely you're still committed to this one. You cannot let
What's
Johnny
going on?
get away with that finally.
Replay guy, dude, he's a
Slightly
certified
delayed,
savage,
2v3.
man. What the hell is
Door
that?
opens up. Don't quite have the guns for the job to try and take these long-range fights. They've got to make this clean.
Yeah, they'd like to keep all three of these weapons into the next. And then King will be able to buy a fourth.
That's good.
But any
NA
damage now
replay,
is gonna be
damn,
pretty
dude.
permanent.
Oh, upgrade.
We can never
Surely gets that.
complain about the
What is
players
occurring?
So individual the way they're
Giving
all
it
ever
though,
playing this
man. That
close
was
plan. They're not doubling up, not
like
bodying up.
the
They-
disrespect of a body shot or a teabag. That is nothing in comparison to that.
The
That
sheriff
was crazy.
is singing right now in the hands of Icy. And you're
Big
really gonna be
1v2.
delivering a death blow
Maybe they're
like
better
this.
off losing
Mazzino
pistols.
twists and turns around at a bound. This guy with only 5 bullets left. He's gonna make the most of everything, but finds the timing.
Yeah, well,
Leviathan's
got a
savior
little bit
there.
close.
He's been so good for them in this map. 18 kills already across 14 rounds. But he had to do way more than you should ask of him in that situation. The individual nature of how LEV are playing is hurting them as much as it's helping them at some points.
Mazzino, yeah, he's
And you
consistent.
can't just be wandering forwards to take 1v1s against players with sheriffs
Feels like
that.
he feels like he's the rock of
If
the
you're
team.
down a player or if you
It's
have a
actually
player with
impressive
an
out of this
eco
whole team, like that
disadvantage,
he's
sure, but
probably what the
come on.
consistent
Gotta be a
second
bit tighter,
fragger.
Lev. They're going to take some rebel control. A bit of a delayed haunt there over the top from G2 as it lights up. Not comboed with any reclear strategy though.
I would
Broken
actually
very
maybe say that
quickly.
he's one of the most
They're
consistent
willing
out
to
of
give
the
them
team.
space. Backs away to it. They know that the buy is going to be weaker here for Lev. Bit of a pre-fire, but Mazzino didn't have the gun for it.
He's just wandering in.
Yeah, I mean, he's all the way in. Look at this guy, Nade.
Like he got invited.
Ricocheting and rebounding forwards, pushing the players.
some
backing
pretty
out.
low
Position
HPs.
G2, calling for a reclear of their own. Paranoia.
That doesn't matter.
Forwards again. It's close quarters in action. Paranoia
There's
not
no
gonna do
point in even
anything
Omen
there.
flashing it.
Yeah, good
Took
trade
a
though.
fight against the player.
Good trade. At least
Big
it was
Joel.
doubled up, right?
Jonah P onto
Oh.
this flank. Good movement and awareness, but the shot not landing here for King. Snake bites. Offloaded on either side. King finally maintaining that composure.
Dodging mollies.
2v3. 2v3 becoming just down to the 1. Trent versus 2. Does have the rifle. Not planted for them. Worth saying, but with the door opened up, King's going to be taking the first.
Oh man,
contact on it.
King was on that.
Acknowledgement with the body in the grave. So, Lev stringing together these
Damn.
rounds when the buy was really rough.
That looked
there as
easier
well.
than the
It's worth saying.
than the eco did.
Yeah, that wasn't some kind of big ult that got Leviathan through it there on the bonus. This is now alarm bells should be ringing for G2. They can't.
How did they do so much damage at the beginning here? Was it the Guardian
as the
spam?
third seed heading into Shanghai.
Yeah.
No opportunity to fight to skip the group stage. And they tossed an 8-4 lead on split against 100 Thieves in the decider. Is that weighing in the back of their head? It feels quite similar, especially when you consider how snowbally Lotus can get. Aspas
here's
is
a good
one
amount
away,
here.
and this ult orb is going to get it online. I don't think he's going to want to invest it here unless the round gets a little sticky.
Ah,
but
bro, I'm so fine with
something G2 are
investing
gonna have
this.
to consider in the next.
Get that early money.
It's just so difficult to defend this map.
It is. You can try and proactively fight as well, with the door opening up, maybe hearing the orbs being tapped and cook up trap plays, but teams on the attack side have gotten so good. narrowly avoiding anything. Not that G2 are even
There.
doing anything like that. They're just holding, anchoring players. Jonah P's hoping and praying that he can get away with just a snake bite
Whoa.
flying him forward. A smash movement. A little bit whiffy, but eventually getting that kill.
How?
2 players hiding in smokes here.
Fallon holding some util too.
Dude went straight up.
Calm, he can't see anything here. Should just get blown up. Kills flowing in this time. It's a kill feed that's filled up entirely with green. Rocket offloaded against the back wall and misses.
No way, it went to the left of the wall.
Tragedy from Icy.
No,
And
man,
relieved
he's going for
smiles on the
headshots
faces
with
of
the
Leviathan
Razor.
players. G2 with the flood defend. No weapons, but still made a great go of it. Hitting great
Yeah,
shots.
okay,
Yeah.
actually, I
Leaf
do
with, I think, a double in that
actually want to see that
situation.
replay though.
It should have been converted, I think.
Like, how
Especially
how
Icy
badly
got
did he
Scott,
miss it so?
The movement bonked his head and then missed the box.
Couldn't hit it. Went straight past him.
All he has to do there is hit the box and Mazzino's gone. Look at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can't fault using the ult in that scenario. I really can't when they get into that
Oh
spot.
man,
but
that must feel
it's left them in a
horrible after
real
that.
difficult spot. It's only Leaf who's one away to the lockdown to be able to use, but Aspas still holding on to a showstopper. Didn't have to use it in the prior round.
And that's why they were trying to play a little more aggressive towards C. They're going to try and set up a high-low here, G2. Right, so they've got a couple players looking down these C angles in case Aspas goes for the showstopper, but now Icy's starting to drift
Like
away.
this. Our
This is their game plan
close.
to try to
Just
counter
check.
the showstopper.
Double check that for
Icy
sure
needs
this
to
is
be
a
in
nice
position as
question
soon
mark
as the hit comes
created.
through.
It's comp.
He's
Struggles
not
to
looking
clear
away.
deep over towards
Direction.
rubble.
No.
And max
It's
2
gonna be
people
here.
here.
Rebounding.
Big buy round, so we put the ult into it.
Cacophony of util, all going to be expended.
Util
Aspas
sick.
Still holding it with the rocket. No one's going to be giving
Beidou
him
on
anything
top
at
that can
all.
potentially get an extra kill with this.
All of the space taken.
We'll say.
Good plant for Mounds.
Didn't actually get any connection.
Lovely
so
round from Lev.
G2 don't have to worry about
Deep
that ult now. They're
smoke.
playing for this retake.
They have to heavy
But
commit
also,
here.
Lev don't have to worry about the flood defend and the paranoia used so much earlier just to clear out space that was gained by the Nightfall.
And that pulls out the pick.
Viper ult to
They're gonna have
cover
that one to work through.
heaven.
Acts as a bit of a buffer now as the retake starts to come
Jesus.
through.
I mean, there's such a
G2
good
here,
understanding of how big this round is.
It's calm. Not much more than that one. Still ripping him away. To Aspas. Just spraying them all down here. 2 left to stand. This
LEV.
one and G2 forced to make the decision now. It's a tough
Yeah,
one at
3
that.
ults,
Full save,
but
back away, keep the rifles
worth
into
it.
the next.
G2 are trying to come up with answers. You saw them there, attempting to concoct some kind of idea of how to counter the showstopper. The Levs, you know,
This
as
was like
much
a
as
big
the
example
defenders come up with
of why
ideas to
maybe
counter, there are
against
better
orcs
ways
you
of
kind of
playing
have to
the
go a
attack
little bit
as well.
proactive, take
And
a
Lev are doing
gamble.
great job. It's
You
not
see
just
them
as
just
simple
sit
as
back the
trebuchet
whole
Aspas
time,
in with
but
a
if they
showstopper.
perfectly
throw really
play
good
the
utility
round,
to,
then you
paranoia,
can't win.
seize, util, that kind of stuff. To
So,
clear away any
kind of like a
defender's
respect thing
positions,
sometimes when you
and
have
then
to
they
go a
fall on
little bit
top of it, so
aggro
that G2 can't go
in
for the
one of
flood defend
these.
that nearly worked in round 16.
Because if I mean, they gave him this.
Level one step
they gave
ahead
him
here,
all of
and that's
this.
what's allowed them to get 5 rounds in a row. Once more, this was the
They had to
decider
do
map
something
last time
aggro.
these two teams faced, and Lev, they ran away with it. It was big plays.
This is
from
pretty much
Mazzino
it.
and Aspas, both of
By the way,
players
this
at
is
the top of the
literally
scoreboard,
like the
especially
last
Mazzino,
lifeline for
just needs to
G2
have
this
as
round.
his playground.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, Lotus hallowed ground, I think, as well, with the stuff that Aspas has been doing on it. Thinking back to him almost breaking kill records. Even breaking them, actually, but Lev not dissuaded away from this A rubble area.
No, it's the same setup from G2. They're running a passive Killjoy Viper setup over towards A, not looking to try to contest rubble. And I think probably lockdown retake over towards Heaven. Possibly at stairs, but I think Leaf would find it difficult to get into that position.
Yeah, and Leaf's not going to be taking any more peeks out towards this.
Still
G2,
waiting.
the way that they play, they do give up an awful lot of map control. All that util that was saved, regenerated, Lev can send it forwards now with a
Ooh, that
Prowler
was
as
nice.
well, knowing the tree is cleared. Yeah, I'm finding it difficult to
Prowler
get
had
through, though.
full
Jonah P
pathing to go
is
here.
an
Maybe the
Orba.
only place it wouldn't look onto his tree.
Isolates up the site, and it does force Lev
Give it
now
over
into
towards
this
B with full
area.
control.
Icy,
Smoke
70
goes
util to
in.
delay, at least
Oh,
with an
it's
A.
a lovely
Pushed
fake
back
on
for
this.
a moment, Lev finding it
Wait.
difficult to get any sort
The
of
Prowler
control
just
of
cleared
any
all
sort
this.
of
Another
site.
2 are in
Leaf
good
could just whip
position.
the lockdown here.
Yep, and with 26 seconds to go, already decision is going to be made. Lockdown emanating out. No kill to be found out towards tree, but the trade is on intact and on point.
Look, there's
Lev
so many
still trying
people that are
fight
gonna
over
tank
The players
this.
are going to get detained. They are way overstaying their welcome. And there's a detainment. 2 locked down. They have to be defended from these tree players still. In the middle of all of it, they get the plant down into the post.
That's a great open of
no
the
one
door
else
here to
falling.
actually get. There we go. Just one person. It's not a good plan. It's over towards here, so they have to get this position.
Tap onto it by Icy. King holds his ground down. What a shot to hit. Icy half onto it already. Onto the defuse. Nightfall forwards. No more sound cues. And you have to play this on forward.
Off.
Mazzino. Icy. He got it.
He defused
No
it, bro.
way. He got the defuse.
Yeah, he
before the
just
sound.
defused it. What are these rounds with, like, literally the
Absolutely
last
absurd stuff,
the
man.
last
I
second
thought we were going to
defuse?
see there Mazzino coming out with another hero play to save Lev. He's
Oh
had
my.
so many of them already.
This
on Lotus,
was nuts.
but the kill just came
It's a
through
nuts round. I
fraction
feel
of
like
a
I still feel
second
like
too late.
I've played it pretty well.
Unbelievable spray transfer onto Trent and Icy, but look at this.
One enemy remaining.
That's just a half being gathered. I mean, listen.
Wow.
Not sure why it says Icy at the top, but it was Valen who stuck it in the end. It was Icy who did all the work.
Yeah, and look, even King himself thought that they'd won that round.
That's so funny. That's how close it was.
Hard fight here by G2. They did win the round, but at the cost of the economy, taking a tumble. They want to fight this one.
And
Hard out
G2
towards Mount as a
G2
paranoia
accept
flash play
it,
as well.
man.
Mazzino seeking to
They
contain.
win the round,
Ronaldo.
but they are just accepting this one. Could try to do some damage. This is, so they're basically just accepting the round, just eco.
Yeah, King was just
Try and
trying
do
to
some
make a low
damage
play
here,
happen
but,
on the opposite
yeah, I
side,
mean-
knowing that 3 players were committed to the C fight. And now
Teams will
Corey
normally
to
do
try
this
to
when they
hit
have
in,
so much
but
faith in their
this
big
A
buy
side is not
rounds,
actually that
because it would be
weak.
such an all-in if they forced
No one
into it and they
taking true
lost.
control with a nanoswarm delaying. Com's alone. Com is alone. The Bucky misses. Could have been the difference maker. Really could have. Jonah P. Still with it. Revealed though. Now to C's. Connects him into the back of the side. Actually didn't even connect, but still will be cleaned up. Aspas. Low on HP, but not on the confidence. Wants to take it straight towards the back of the site, but Stairs being reforward in the process. G2 going for it again. The nade.
It's a great nade.
Rebounds.
Wait, are
Deal
they gonna
with
win
him.
this with the no
adversary
guns?
taken out. Star player. No longer a threat. It's up to G2 now to try and find the right moment. Jiggle. Pushed out wide left. Keeping it contained. And isolating these fights nicely. Nightfall was earned and now going to be committed.
Reposition. He
Should be the
just
nail
got
in the
around the
coffin.
corner. Zoned it.
Ensuring that this one gets across the line. Nanoswarms onto the spike as well. Trent can't hear anything. No chance of
Crossfire.
winning this.
Yeah. No chance.
Still think G2 will G2 will be like, well, we did a good amount of damage on this.
It required different people to step up.
This was the round they ecoed
And
for.
Mazzino to bail them out of that situation, and Com made sure that things were clean. That was G2 forced onto an eco after winning the round as well. Cannot feel good to allow your opponents to take the lead in that kind of way.
Sleep. They're all dead.
Ian, the two. You know who it is, baby. You know who it is. Let's go, guys.
Pit here for Jonah. He's the only player defending C.
Bro, we're
If
all
they
in.
decide to
We're
accelerate,
all in on this
maybe
one.
he could
I
get
see 2
overwhelmed.
away from his ult. You'd want to see Jonah P's ult at one point.
Doesn't choose to use it.
Yeah. Yeah, just as soon as they hear the pressure, so they want to at least.
Okay.
And now this looks like a
And they
fairly
didn't want to
good
do it off the
defensive
bat just
setup
in
here
case
for
they didn't
G2.
use any pressure and
No
then.
big ults to
stupid.
disrupt the plan anyway. What have Lev got in store for us? Moving into a B hit.
Exactly as you were saying though, Josh. No ults to work with for Lev.
It's
How
hard
do
to
you
get
keep
into the
this
site, is it
momentum
not?
going,
Valen-
propelling yourself forwards. And speaking of it, Aspas sends himself right into the moor there.
I mean,
Valen,
Valen's flash was incredible.
Eager to contain, eager to shut him down.
That was really nice. Viper wall goes up at the same time as the paranoia, isolates and blinds onto Aspas.
Okay, not
Easy.
crushed by the door. Hydraulic press machine.
Would be wonderful to have our first Valorant door stuck moment. Alas.
Alas, not to be today.
Yeah, it's a good crossfire from these
The wall
two.
up now by Lev, sending that horn flying forwards. Trent, he's got ahead of all of it here, but he can't quite land
Oh.
those shots. Just trailing the bullets
Trent,
away.
did he hear
Is aware
Mazzino?
of it? Not quite Mazzino. Already crept forwards. Caught the timing ahead of them. It's chaos now in the camp of G2 as they're seeking to, if they can shore up the defensive, they don't really know where these players are actually going to
30
be
seconds
landing.
left.
Fall back to B. That's nice.
But the B side seems to be
Dude,
the
is
goal.
Mazzino
Icy
24 to
still has an
12?
aid. Don't think there's any possible position where he could deny this one.
Spike planted.
Satchel first though. Door opens up.
Massive
refight is up by
duels.
G2, and
2v2.
in through here. Burned! Everyone being down. Icy, Rocket denied out from the one and done, but they cannot hold their
Probably
ground.
from G2, yeah, they actually did good in
Discipline of G2.
taking a lot of map control.
Makes it nice and even now, 10-10 here on a defining map in the series of Lotus.
Showing us that they can win pretty comfortably as long as Lev don't have overpowering ults to be able to work with. Great protocol to deal with this entry. Like I said, blinded, fight the wall behind. And then Icy's so patient. This is what we're talking about with Icy. He's not necessarily a superstar duelist, but he's so tight with the rest of the team. He just secures them heaven control, waits, punishes the play, gets the showstopper, commits. Makes space for Valen to trade him out. 10-10. The eco is still a problem.
I was gonna say, guys, are we not getting the drops in?
Together a buy, though, with a bulldog onto
This is a giant round.
Towards A, and LEV are just taking this space fairly freely. They're not really investing any util.
These three can't buy. These two can't buy.
And they can get into position to use Tech's lockdown.
Leaf. He's been in that spot before. Side by side, gonna be here, and then Paranoia.
You're gonna do the flash
It would be an
TP.
amazing round for Leaf to have an Odin, but he's not gone for it.
Oh yeah, they're forcing it.
Stood out here, at least with a Nana Swarm, a lot of damage done to Aspas. 39 health.
Valen has his own flash if
down
they
two.
try and force through again.
Door shut down,
Oh,
and
they're
then
gonna
faces
respect
have to
this
be
one.
reopened again. Now for the lockdown to be committed. It will clear out the site.
Rotate's going in from this.
G2 have no plans, protocols in place to try and break this one.
Yeah, but everybody's going to be ready to go for a flood defend.
Yeah, we've got 5 people ready.
And they're in position for it. Already a
Same
smoke
plan that we
up to
saw
one
earlier.
side. Cancel online, satchels through, past, and beyond the nade. Sees, dodged and avoided. G2 are being delayed into this one. Waves of
Gonna be a
utils
spam
sent
fest.
forward, stair position, gained and granted.
King has
Aspas
double
is taking
molly,
risks
Tex
when
has
he's on
double
such low
molly.
HP, and a critical kill at that. Icy, fall and door open wide, but where is this plan even going for? He can stick this one again.
Trent,
hand
off.
onto it. What denies this one? Nanoswap broken! Breaking! Another one!
Another
From the
one.
Griggs and his players and Valen!
Guys, DJ Khaled in it, man. Oh no.
Am I wrong, or were all 5 players still alive there for Leviathan
Yeah.
when the defuse came through? I'm
You're
pretty
right.
sure Valen just got 4 post-round kills. That was ridiculous. Aspas went for a lurk play up through stairs. Look at him on the minimap there. He's trying to wrap around heaven. He doesn't realize this was a flood. There was a big communication problem, I think, here for LEV. They had no realization of what the pace of G2's play was.
Josh RT
This is a timeout to be like, guys, gotta stop planting. You gotta stop planting here.
What was happening there? They thought they had enough time for Aspas
Please stop
to walk
planting here. Just
upstairs
plant
around
for
back
tree,
through
hold
heaven
tree.
and be able to play for a plant that wasn't even for where they were all spamming from, a breakable door.
I'm not sure if that's just Aspas taking a risk when he's on double digits of health there as well. I mean, he gets chunked down early on. It makes the play,
It's
but
not just Aspas, though. I'm highlighting that because it was the epitome of it. But the other players all left tree. It's planted for tree. They all left apart from one person and were playing around breakable door. Yeah. That's not where it was planted for. That's a massive mistake. But a really important break of that Nano Swarm, as we were talking about, to make sure that they could get it across the line. And this time, Leaf does have that Odin. They've been putting such an emphasis on playing over towards...
Wait, are they not wrecked,
tree. I would
money-wise?
imagine that's where he's going to be playing. I think an Odin
Oh.
would shred what LEV are doing over in that side of the map, but instead they look to be heading C.
Yeah, we got no
And there's a
TP,
juicy ult
we
over
got
here to
no
be taken, and
smoke,
suddenly,
got no
Valen's
Viper
gonna
molly.
be staring down the wrong end of a rocket-propelled grenade. There really isn't a good end of a rocket-propelled grenade.
no, there's
though.
not, man. I mean, there's really not.
You don't want the rocket end either.
Leaf, though, opting into the Odin buy.
Yeah, and actually, I said that they were heading towards C. They got spooked. And now Aspas looking to try to pick up the A ult orb. This is where Leaf has the Odin. Aspas could get melted here.
Alarm bot down.
Yeah, I think the original plan of getting this orb might be bailed on.
Taken care of.
Yeah, his original plan, get this orb. Not in for that one. C orb it is. 2
Again,
people over
Valen
towards
and
C.
Icy
You're
are
gonna have
playing
to.
over towards
It's gonna be
C,
50
and this does seem
seconds.
to be a preset G2 anti-showstopper setup. I just don't understand how it's really going to work. Is the idea that Valen's
It's
supposed
all
to paranoia
about
Aspas as he goes in and then
Valen's
Icy gets the
flash.
kill? That's the only thing I can think of here.
It's confusing, but vacuums up the orb. Aspas now.
Does it hit?
Down along with the rocket.
Nah.
Miss.
Oh,
TP though.
TP's big.
Situation pushing
The
forward,
TP.
and
Boom.
back, and still
He did
shuts
so
him down.
well,
What
man.
an outplay. Ridiculous stuff from Valen.
But they've still got the
30
sight.
seconds left.
Icy wasn't able to hold his ground and play off the back of his IGL's maneuver. This plant, though, it ain't great for LEV. G2 do not have that paranoia to be able to work with. Oh, that is a... Is that
25.
pre-done damage already? I think...
It's not a good
Sure,
plant for
based on the
these two.
spam.
Either way,
They need to get more
it's
involved.
getting precarious and dangerous for Com. Leaf worried about the flank now. Lay it down for the turret, but we know there's nothing else with the sword still. Beam it down, the players up top into the box.
But these two need to get way more involved, or they just stick this. Guys, why are they playing like this in their after plants?
Why are you playing Mound?
Why are they playing Mound?
Are you going to find success there playing Mound? That's 2 rounds in a row where the LEV post plant has no line of sight on the spike.
Yeah, it's falling to pieces in these
What it really
They are
is.
getting cooked here. Trent's shrugging like, what are they doing?
What are they doing? What is
At
the
the
game
same time, though, beautiful here from Valid. I was asking what the game plan was. The paranoia missed, and yet he still got the outplay with the TP, and still managed to get the kill on Aspas.
That was so impressive.
That went about as perfectly as you could possibly ask for.
Okay, 2 chances for us to get a scent.
Lev have got to shore up these post plans.
Yeah, they gotta have better post plans than this. It looked so weird for so long because I just didn't understand why these two are here.
And also, they just haven't been able to win when the spike is down.
They really haven't. And G2 now are sensing it, I think. There's a bit of fear, trepidation in the back of the minds of these LEV players, wondering they might get over the hurdle.
Now,
G2 have definitely struggled in the past in a few of these maps in this best of 5, but this is their best chance yet.
yeah, if this follows the theme of the rest of the series, though, Lev are somehow going to be able to win the next 4 rounds in a row and steal the map away. G2 have got to make sure that that doesn't happen. Close it out early.
I like this
Make
change
sure
up
you
from them as well.
convert
Same
these map
people, but they're
points.
just holding together. Like this time we
They are
duel.
really destined to see a sense of
And
that
you
point,
imagine they're going to
assuming they've
util
got their
dump
grip
where
onto
the
it.
Omen played
They're calling
before.
for a pause, but now with the util flying forwards,
Yeah.
it's all the indicator that they needed. G2, aware of the fact that they're going to be trying to play for this one. TPs have to be used. Valid.
Okay. And
Full
we
evacuation,
get
gets
get
himself
another
out
go
there,
at it.
never planned
Oh,
situation this time.
you're really
To the
ball
corner.
playing there. Balance just gonna spam you, right? Honestly, they got the plant down though. That might be worth. Balance down, and he's the person that vision blocks. Okay, yeah, this is hard for G2.
Nade has to be dodged around. The seas though, there was that connection. Aspas, he can't hear any of these sound cues. Doesn't know if the players are going to be quickly approaching that position, looking around, heads on swivels. They haven't cleared Aspas. Smoke, drop down. Jonah P. He's plucking apart the teammates right now on the insurance policy that is Aspas. He has to get traded. He does. G2. It's overwhelming.
How did that look? How did that look so easy?
Final match.
Chat, I promise it should have been hard.
Both trends
I promise it should have been hard.
able to take a pistol, but it does not matter.